Hi guys, welcome back to the UK and Ireland tour. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have an episode specifically for cup ties. We're at home against Cove Rangers in the SPFL Trust Trophy, and we follow it up with a game in the Welsh Cup against Penrhyncoch. Penrhyncoch? They're in the North Division. They're sat in ninth place. Should be relatively straightforward, this one for us, so hopefully we can have a bit of a run in the Welsh Cup, because from a financial perspective it does have its benefits should you do well. We're gradually hemorrhaging money a little bit, if truth be told. We've dropped from 200 odd thousand down to 76,000. We have upgraded some of the facilities, and that is in the process at the moment as well, but obviously it is something that we're going to have to manage quite carefully. But of course, if all things go to plan and we win the league this year, we could potentially be looking at getting a job elsewhere. We're currently in the process of doing another coaching course as well, so we are gradually increasing our experience. I think we're in the process of a coaching course. We'll just double check that. Oh no, we're not. We have put the request in though for the next one, and hopefully we can come through with it. In terms of level of discipline, I'm one of the best going, but the rest of things obviously still need improving in relation to attributes. So going into today's games, I'm hoping that we can continue our good form. We've had the one defeat so far this season. Obviously, it was against TNS. We were away from home, and again, we just can't seem to break this habit against them as things stand. But we're sat at the top of the table, 5 points clear of Bala Town. Now, this time last season, of course, we had 11 wins on the bounce in the league, and we were sat on 33 points. So if that was the case, we'd be 12 points clear. TNS are down in sixth place at the moment. We have a 10-point gap to them. They've had a real struggle this season, and Penabon continue to struggle as well, but they have finally managed to win a match. So, again, everything's open to interpretation at the moment, but I think we're looking very, very good as things stand, and hopefully we can continue our push for the title. If we can do well in the Cups in the meantime as well, that would be great, of course, and hopefully we can find our way through here. Um, with winning the previous round, we didn't get any prize money. I'm not too sure if there is any prize money involved in this trophy. It'd be nice if there was, but again, we'll just have to play it by ear and see exactly what's going on. Joe White is currently under transfer bid from a few clubs. He's on quite a considerable amount of money considering his quality, so we're trying to offload him. And we've also transfer listed Malone now. He was going to be the next big thing, but he's never really materialised into the player that we wanted. So we've transfer listed him as well. And again, he's on quite a considerable amount of money. So if we're able to offload those two, it could mean that we have a little bit of manoeuvrability in January in the transfer market. So focus changes once again, as I was saying, to these cup ties. And I'm hopeful that we can get off to a good start today. Cove Rangers, I think, will pose much more of a threat than Stranraer did. They've got better players, even though they're in the same division. And it's a case of seeing how capable we are. We've certainly defied the odds over the last couple of years with how well we've done in terms of the league form and everything. But I think we've got the quality in the side that we can comfortably say we are, aside of TNS, arguably the best team in Welsh football at the moment. And going up against these Scottish teams gives us a good what's the word I'm trying to think of? It gives us an opportunity to see where exactly we measure up against these sides, because obviously Scotland is going to be part of this series, but it is something I want to explore at the end of the series. It wants to be the last place that we go to, as it's a good delivery into the penalty area there from Ayaraha, but Smith's header goes over. Because I feel that some of the sides that you've got in Scotland do they're vastly superior to the Welsh sides, the Irish sides, the Northern Irish sides, and so on. So that is our best chance in terms of competing in European competitions as well, even though it would still be extremely difficult. Um, but so far, like I say, things are going well here at Britain Ferry. The target is to win the league, and then we can try and move on to the next stage of the save. But so far, we're certainly showing all our cards at the moment. Cove Rangers yet to have an attempt at goal, but it remains 0-0. And Megginson there fires it in. It's taken a huge deflection, unfortunately, off Isaac Smith. And Cove Rangers, with their first attempt at goal, have taken the lead. It's quite unfortunate from our point of view because we've certainly been the better side here. Many more attempts at goal, but again, we've just not managed to find our way into the back of the net. We can only do 3 substitutions as well. Josh Hines is going to come off for Billy Blacker, who's been a very key player for us so far this season. Omar Taylor-Clark seems to have settled into a bit of a rhythm in the side recently. We'll push him a little bit further into midfield. Zach Schwabe can go into that holding role again, and we'll get Liam Vincent on at left back for Jake Doherty, who has been set a target from his club to get a 6.9 average rating, and so far he has been very lacklustre. He has not performed to great expectation. We're going to offer some encouragement because, again, we've been by far the better side today, and we've just failed to find the back of the net. It's a bit of a shame, really, because, again, cup competitions, we want to explore our options and try and push on through. But in the end, it looks like we're going to be leaving this one disappointed. King here into Schwabe. Just holds on to it, lays it out wide to Prescott, forward to Taylor, plays it into Oyatunde, and he's hit the post, and he was actually just offside, unfortunately, and that is the end of that one. I'm not too disheartened. Cove Rangers have got some good players. I did have a look at their squad previously, but unfortunately, Oyatunde with a 6.2 rating, it's not good enough, and one or two of the other players just falling a bit short. I mean, Isaac Smith says 6.4. It was a heavy deflection off him, of course, so it was classed as an own goal. But other than that, I mean, possession-wise was a lot more even than I would have liked, but we dominated the game overall. And we are very unlucky to have come away with um, with nothing from that cup tie. It gives us an opportunity for development, though. That is for sure. And like I say, it is just a little bit disappointing. There we go. We are on the verge of our next course. Coaching course. That's what I was trying to say. Can't get my words out, it would appear, this morning. So 4 months' time, so we're probably looking at February, March time, we will have completed this coaching course, and hopefully it'll stand us in good stead when it comes to moving on, hopefully at the end of this season, subject to winning the league. And again, very, very unlucky in that game. We actually received £5,500 from that, which I'm a little bit disappointed at now because, again, if we'd have won that, it would have been a very comfortable running because we play another league. We would have played another Scottish League One side in the next round. We're going up against Kimru's Southside Mumbles, providing we get through against Pembrokeshire, and I'm pretty sure that we should be able to. If truth be told. It's only in a couple of days. We're away from home. We will rotate a little bit for it. So bear with me. We'll come back for the Welsh Cup. And hopefully we can have a cup run in this one instead. Okay then, guys. Here we go. We are in the Welsh Cup. Relatively easy draw from our point of view. We are going to rotate a little bit. But at the same time, we do need to be a little bit careful. We have rotated in the past for this competition. And we just about scraped through in the end. George King can play in that holding midfield. Zach Schwabe can play further forward. Malone's going to get an opportunity. And we've finally managed to offload Joe White. He has gone to a side in the lower leagues of England. £220 a week off the wage budget. And it was a player that we weren't using. We are now back within our budgets in relation to wages. So that is a bit of a relief overall in that one. And George can start really there, I think. We're going to maintain the rotation a little bit. Like I say, it's something that we want to focus in on a little bit. Ferdinand can remain in goal for the lone keeper Lewis Lines, who will come back into the side for the league games. He's playing regularly for the Welsh under-21 side now. He was an under-19 international initially. 221 caps he's made now. And he's actually out of contract with us at the end of this season. Just bear with me a second. I just want to actually have a look and see what's happening here. There we go. So he's actually out of contract at Coventry at the end of this season. And with him being a Welsh goalkeeper, it is something that we may try and look to make permanent if possible. It's going to be difficult because, like I say, he's actually at a decent club at the moment. So, you know, it's one of those catches can be scenarios, really. Um, but going into this game, like I say, bit of rotation, reasonably comfortable with who we're starting out with today. Hamilton can start, to be fair. He's not had a bit of game time for a little bit of time, so he can come in into that central midfield. Harvey Woods is another one. He is opted to explore options at the end of his contract along with Hamilton and Charlie Tasker. So as well as Prescott. So there's actually four of them now who potentially will leave come the end of the season anyway. So if we can go all out this year and win the league, we won't have to worry about that. And hopefully, again, we can have a look into next season with a different club. That is of course, the objective of this save. And obviously, with the changing experience that we've managed to get in relation to our coaching badges, it's again something that we need to make use of now and try and move forward. Obviously, we won't necessarily have to start in the bottom leagues of these other countries that we're looking at, but in terms of building our way up, we may not be able to start right in the top divisions of these other countries as well. But we'll see how things develop. Vincent here into Hamilton. Vincent swinging it into that far post. Harvey Woods is there with the header. Just clips the top of the crossbar. Couldn't quite get it on target. It was just slightly behind him. A difficult opportunity. And it remains 0-0. George here with the throw into Shway. Back to George. Swings it into that far post. Blacker was there. It's headed clear by Griffith. And now Vincent coming down this left-hand side. Swings it in again toward Harvey Woods. And again, the header is poor and off target. He's not had too much game time, of course. And in relation to chances, we're absolutely battering them at the moment. But possession-wise, we are really struggling to get hold of the ball at the moment. But we are just starting to pick it up as the half goes on. Certainly been the better team again. But again, a slight concern, because we did this against Cove Rangers, of course, in the previous match. We didn't find the back of the net. Resivo here with a delivery into the penalty area. Comfortably cleared by Charlie Tasker, falls for Hughes, and now Watts strikes it from distance. It's thundered off the crossbar, and we just about get away with it, really. They've only had a couple of attempts at goal. We need to find the back of the net here. Vincent into Hamilton. Vincent receives it back, and again, the cross is to the far post, and there is the header from Harvey Woods. He finally gets one of them right, and he converts for his first goal of the season. He was reasonably prolific last year, but it's nice to see him back on the score sheet, to be honest. And again, player confidence is going to be a big part of this season. We did have a little bit of a mutiny for a little bit of time because we had a little bit of lack of strength in depth, but a couple of loan deals came in and the players were fine. So that is a very good first half. We would have liked to have had more than the one goal, but we go in with a lead, and that is the important thing. And we'll remind the lads just to keep it up and try and get this victory secured as early as possible. George here with the delivery into the penalty area. Blacker is there. It's off the post. Griffith managed to shield the ball just enough that Blacker couldn't get the rebound, and they managed to survive again. Again, in terms of creativity, I can't fault us. It's just lacking that finishing touch at the moment, which, considering how many goals we scored last year, is a bit of a strange one. Here is Vincent coming down this left-hand side, plays it in to Hamilton, and now Coker holds on to it, plays it out wide to Vincent. Chance to get it into the penalty area again. Griffith comfortably heading clear, but it's back with Vincent again. Swings it into the far post. Harvey Woods couldn't get to the header that time. He's fallen for the right back, George, and his shot goes over. And again, George is a funny one as well. He's not really got the quality anymore, but he's signed an amateur contract. We're not paying him anything, so it makes sense to keep him around as a bit of a squad player. We'll just pause there for a moment. Dan Carey Evans can come on for Isaac Smith, who's just struggling now a little bit for fitness. One or two players aren't too far off fitness concerns either, if truth be told. So I think we'll probably take Blacker off for Josh Hines. And we'll probably leave it at that for now, but there will be changes happening in the midfield, I think, as the half goes on. Here is Smith into Schwabe. And now George, a lot of free space for him on this right-hand side. Seems to checker his run a little bit, but he's played it into Blacker, and it's a comfortable save at the end for Jenkins. But he couldn't keep a hold of it, and it's out for a corner. Substitutions do now take place. And we'll see what happens now. Vincent with a delivery into the penalty area. Jenkins again making a good claim. He's had a very good game in goal, to be fair, for Pembroke Hock today. And it's a little bit harsh on him, to be quite honest, because like I say, we've dominated everything about this match, apart from probably possession. But he has certainly kept his side in with an opportunity today. Vincent and King and Kerry Evans just exchanging passes between them at the moment, trying to create a little bit of space. And Vincent manages to turn it down the line for Hines. He's got an opportunity to play it out wide right here. And George finding the space. Can he get the cross into the penalty area? He's cut back on himself a little bit there. Schwabe does get round the outside. Lays it back to George. Swings it in with his weaker foot. And Josh Hines with his fourth goal of the campaign with a good header. Unfortunately, it's been disallowed. It was a good delivery that from Ryan George on his weaker foot as well. But you can see how many opportunities we've created again. We've just failed to add to our lead. Here's Schwabe with the delivery. Hines is there at the far post, and this time it's off the crossbar. I thought he converted that one as well. We'll just pause there again. A couple of players, again, just struggling a little bit fitness-wise. George King struggling now, so we'll get Omar Taylor-Clark on for him, and Malone can come on for Harley Hamilton. And I think, to be fair, we will leave it at that for now. Like I say, going to be useful just to have that one extra change available should we require it. And as we go into the last 10 minutes, I think we're going to be pretty comfortable here. But 1-0, you can't count your chickens. And Ryan George on the volley, fires it in. And he's had a very good game today. He's deserved it, if truth be told. Jenkins got a very good touch on it, but the sheer power of the strike took it past him nonetheless. 2-0, and we're looking a lot more comfortable now. I'm quite glad to see that. But it's taken our right back to break the secondary deadlock there. And at 2-0, we're very much comfortably through now. A little bit harsh on Pembroke Hock, like I say. We've completely battered them, apart from in possession. But fair play to their goalkeeper. He has been outstanding today for the number of shots we've had on target. Here is Daniel Malone. Chance to get it maybe into the penalty area. Lays it across to Taylor-Clark, and that is a lovely goal from Omar Taylor-Clark. Lovely curling finish from the edge of the penalty area. It's 3-0 now. The scoreline doesn't flatter us, let's be honest. But again, fair play to their goalkeeper. He has done his best work out there today. He couldn't get near that one. Omar Taylor-Clark with a lovely finish and a very comfortable 3-0 victory in the end. We got the goals that we required eventually. And like I say, it ended up being a very comfortable win. 28 attempts at goal, 12 shots on target. Again, a little bit lacklustre from our strikers, just struggling to find the back of the net at the moment with one or two of them. But we've got the result and we continue our run in the Welsh Cup, which is always a bonus. We go up against Mumbles in the next round. And George, again, he was very, very good today. Considering he's classed as an amateur player now, he had a very good performance, so fair play to him. In relation to the schedule going forward, there's cup ties coming up against the likes of Barry and Mumbles. But again, we're probably going to push through a little bit, get these cup ties out of the way. Probably looking at the beginning or mid-December, TNS and Holywell maybe. TNS, of course, is the big game for us in relation to our general form against them. So like I say, I'm trying to push through this season a little bit. Because like I say, I don't want you guys seeing me just batter teams left, right and centre. I mean, the last couple of league games, 4-1 against Newtown, 5-1 away against Barry. TNS is going to be the tester. We've got Holywell away there as well. And obviously after that, we've got January in the league split anyway. So it's something that we can really focus in on afterwards. And obviously there might be cup ties coming up after that as well. So we'll see exactly how things go. But I'm looking at TNS in tomorrow's episode. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.